Good morning, Warren First 931, and happy Tuesday morning. I want to welcome everybody to Warren First. We are live here at Zora's Tea Room and Cafe all morning long, and we have a jam-packed show for you once again this morning, and I'm so excited about this. And we're going to get to introduce this lovely lady, and I love the tea hat you picked out today, Jordan. Thank you so much. But with that being said, we're going to have the results from Saturday night's tractor pull and bowling, including the big night for some of our local competitors. We'll also have the latest information on the serious breaking news, by the way, on the four-wheeler crash on Stone Man Road, which again is courtesy of the Warren County Way. All that stuff you can see. You can subscribe for free on their digital news there. And we've got the November elections news out here in McMinnville and in the Morrison area, including some important dates that you, the voters, definitely need to know. And we're going to be celebrating another championship at the McMinnville Country Club. But we're starting today off with a conversation that's very close to home. Corey and Jordan Gray are joining us, Jordan is going to be joining us today this morning as their family prepares to travel more than 2,000 miles, it seems like. It's crazy on this medical journey for Corey. And so we're going to talk to her here in just a few minutes as they're facing this journey ahead, and just the incredible support that, guys, once we do all the Q&A, I cannot wait for Jordan to talk about the tremendous support that she's already gotten from the Warren County community. But first, though, as always, let's get ready for Tuesday morning and let's check in on that weather. Of course, our weather sponsor is being brought to you by Reddick Brown Ford. Right now, we are starting off this morning. It started off at 61 degrees in McMinnville this morning. And again, we got some clouds around early in the morning, but these clouds will be expected to give away some sunshine pretty quickly, but it is a little after 9, and we're looking at right now 72 degrees, climbing around a high of 77 by 10, high of 81 by 11, and the highest degrees around lunchtime will be 83 degrees today. Today's high is expected, though, prepare for this, 86 degrees. It is so hot, but this morning, guys, if you got to go outside when you were dropping off your kids or going to work, I like that weather. 61 is a great temp, just so you guys know. So overall, it's shaping up to be a beautiful and warm Tuesday across McMinnville and Warren County. And thank you again to our community weather sponsors, Reddick Brown Ford. And kicking off the show, let's just go right into it. My special guest, I want to say first and foremost, thank you to Corey and Jordan Gray. Is that how you say your name? Okay. Because I always, when I see it that way, there's two ways of spelling Gray, and I'm like, is it Gary? Is it Gray? You know. But we want to thank them for coming on the show. Corey and his wife Jordan are owners and operators of the iconic Speed and Design. It's a family-owned hot rod metal fabrication shop right here in McMinnville. And Corey and Jordan and their 5-year-old son Knox are preparing for this big journey ahead of them. This, I'm going to call it this medical journey of funness.
Yes,
yeah, because you can call it what you want. But with that said, and of course, the first procedure coming up pretty soon with the surgeries and such. But because of that uncertainty, the family doesn't know yet exactly how long, this process is going to remain for you guys, because it's just the beginning. So first of all, thank you, Jordan, for coming on the show this morning.
Thank you for having us. This is nice. It's a little different. It's a little different. It's a little different, but no, thank you. It's not something I expected, but we're here.
Yeah,
and
we're here.
We're gonna have fun with.
We're gonna have fun. I know when you were like, oh, I get to pick these hats.
Oh, yes, we're getting fancy this morning.
Well, when we're at the tea room at Zora's Tea Room and Cafe, we got to be fancy.
Okay.
But first and foremost, me and you've talked extensively right now. Tell everybody about y'all's story. Like, again, you originally moved here, what was it, 10, 11 years ago?
We moved to Tennessee in 2017. Neither one of us had been to Tennessee before. And Corey was still traveling with the NASCAR team at that time. And he called and he said, we're moving to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And I said, I'll talk to you tomorrow when I pick you up at the airport. And he said, it's green. He said, the people are nice.
Yeah.
And he said, we're just going to move. And so as his wife, I said, okay, we're just going to
let's go
everything we own and move to a state we know no one. So let's just go see what else. And it's been a blessing ever since.
I love that. And then moving to McMinnville. Talk about that. I mean, again, you've talked, I say this all the time. We're so community oriented here in Warren County. And when people need help or people need any type of help, moving, packing, hey, can you watch my house? You know, there's so many nice people that you can willingly trust.
There is. So we actually, when we moved to Tennessee, we first moved to Centerville out in Hickman County.
Yeah.
And we lived there for about a year. And then we lived in Nashville, not far from downtown. We lived there for 3 years. And then I became pregnant with our son. And
love the name.
We grew up in the country. Yeah. My husband's family was in agriculture and farming and doing hay.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And so, in my family, we did buckles, knives, and spurs, and rodeoed all over the country. So, I knew that the city just wasn't where I wanted to establish our roots. Yeah. So, we had about 4 or 5 properties fall through before we found McMinnville. Yeah. And as soon as we pulled in, we fell in love with it. Yeah. And I just loved it. Yeah. I absolutely loved it. And our first community event here was Back to the Strip.
Oh God! Oh my gosh! Yes.
Well, because you have to think, we moved here in September. It was COVID.
Yeah, it was COVID time.
So the next Back to Strip in 2021 was like the first thing that everyone in town was doing again.
It's how it starts the summer.
Exactly. And so Corey's been around racing most of his life in cars and all of that. And so we went and we ran into Jonathan Denton, who is the food inspector, and we saw him and his dad's race cars. And automatically Corey, had to stop. And that's where the community of McMinnville started for us.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. I always say it's crazy, like how God puts us where we need to be.
Absolutely.
Like if you just trust in the walk and then he's got you, he's got this. Like, because I say he doesn't give you anything that's going to, ruin you or defeat you. He wants you to grow. He wants you to move. He wants you to be the best version of yourself.
Absolutely. And I think if it's his way, then everything will work itself out. Yeah. And so that journey, and Corey and I have that mindset with the journey that we've been on these last 2 years is, whatever his plan is, we're just going to trust in it. Yeah. And it may not be, our will and our one and our vision, but it's going to work out however that is.
I love that. So talking about Corey's condition now, like how did you guys first learn about this leading into now you need to have special, be specialized attention in California, how did this all go about?
How did we go from 0 to 60 so rapidly?
Literally like NASCAR speed. Let's go. Yeah.
Well, when Corey was 5, he had a blockage in his kidney. And so, a lot of people hear that and think, oh, so he was just born with this and whatever it may look like. But he had that at 5, and he was in UCLA when he was a child for that brief period of time.
Yeah.
And so he was fine. They did what needed to, and he woke up 2 years ago, 2024, and he stood up and he fell over. And I was like, are you playing with me? Because he's a jokester. He's a kidder. And he's...
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. And so I'm like, you're fine. Come on.
And you're like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
And he's like, my foot hurts. And I was like, okay. So we did that for a while of the back and forth and, a stress fracture and this and that. And we actually had an amazing doctor that was here that came down from Nashville at the time at St. Thomas.
Yeah.
And he said, you have an infection.
Yeah.
And it's in your feet. And so we did that on and off. So from 2024 to 2025 of last year, he had roughly about 11 stents placed in his kidneys. Oh, he's had 9 procedures and 6 surgeries.
And still going.
So our anniversary is actually the day before Mother's Day.
Oh.
And so we always joke because in 2024 we spent every holiday other than our son's birthday in the hospital.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, why wouldn't we be here?
Yeah.
So he had his last surgery in May. And it wasn't a matter of if he would need something. It was just a matter of when, how long his body would be strong enough. And so in July, last month, we have a wonderful chiropractor, DeKalb Chiropractic in Smithville, and we love them dearly. And so Corey was going in just thinking that he had some back pain, was, a rib or
just
a man thing.
Yeah.
Growing
pains.
Thing. Yeah, exactly. And so we were getting adjusted, and he said, I think this is something more. And I said, okay. So no man ever wants to go to the doctor.
Isn't that weird?
Or the hospital. Yeah. Or anything.
They don't schedule nothing for themselves.
Absolutely.
It's like, honey, can you do this? And I'm like, it's a haircut. It's a doctor's appointment. If you feel bad, go.
Yes. So I was joking with Corey that morning, and I said last month, and I said, if it's that bad, I'll take you to the hospital. So I was getting ready for the evening, and he comes in and he says, we need to get to the hospital. Yeah. And I said, okay. So we did. And they said that, the kidney is enlarged again, and there's been another blockage. And Corey always jokes that he doesn't have a kidney problem. He's got a plumbing problem.
I love that.
So we got in contact with UCLA. We had been in contact with them briefly over the last year. And Dr. Richard Ehrlich, who was Corey's doctor when he was 5, now oversees urology all over the country.
Oh, wow.
And he's 83 years old.
Good Lord.
Yes. So he was definitely a blessing to get in contact with him. He got Corey into Vanderbilt over the last couple of years. And he just said, you're gonna have to come here. And Vanderbilt wouldn't do his next surgery because of the risks and the factors that go into that. Yeah. And so
and it's a special case.
It is. Corey is the only person who has been through what his body has been through and isn't currently living on dialysis.
Oh.
Yes. So most people who have been through this have either passed or they are living off of dialysis.
Yeah, until they pass.
Exactly.
Dialysis, or you don't want to get on it. Yeah.
God provides that miracle of healing. And so insurance and all of that, we've been dealing with that the last month, and we got all of that approved. And so we'll be hitting the road in a couple of days. So
what are the doctors hoping? What's their hope from this experience, like with the treatments and stuff after this procedures?
Our hope is that this will finally be an end to the last 2 years.
Gotcha.
And, like anything else, there's trials and tribulations, but Corey and I keep saying, this is just God creating your testimony.
Yeah.
And, so when he goes in for his procedure, that will really tell him what they're going to be able to do. There is a very small chance that this procedure can be something minor. And, but that's a small chance. Yeah. So his surgery that they're saying he'll most likely have to have is about an 8 to 10 hour surgery long. It's very, what's the word? It's just
extensive.
Yes. Okay. It is a very extensive surgery. And when he gets home, recovery is going to look long. And there's like any surgery, there's a lot of things that you're going to have to watch for. But, God's got us this far, and I'm just going to see where he takes us from this point.
Yes,
yeah, absolutely.
Well, that goes with the next question directed towards you as what has this experience been like you as Corey's wife and as a mom, I still say being a 5-year-old, 5-year-old mama, how has this been for you?
God has definitely showed me that my pride has been in the way a lot of my life. And, he's showed me, we don't have any family in the state of Tennessee.
That's right.
And so
you have water. I call it, you got blood family, you got water family.
We do. We have
water
we have
is thicker in blood when you go to Tennessee.
Yes. So it's definitely shown us that support in family looks different. And you know how much he can just show up for us in every walk of life and in every way. And that is something I am grateful. I am truly grateful. And through all of it, he has strengthened. We, as a marriage, our marriage has gotten so much stronger, but at the same time, our faith has gotten so much stronger. Yeah. And like I've told so many people, if that is what God's putting us through this for, I'm thankful. Yeah. And I would do it again. Yeah. Because not only that, at 5 years old, you know, you have a son who prays and he just goes, thank you for today. And it's almost that gratitude. And so
we can have that kid-like attitude,
yes,
you know,
if we could, it would be amazing. Oh my gosh. But you know, we grow up and life happens.
I have a 4-year-old, so I know exactly, because when she prays, she's like, no, mommy, we got to pray for, and I'm like, you know what? Yes, we do.
Yeah. All them simple things that we take for granted, he prays for every day. So
I love that. And then of course, with this medical journey that's going to be affecting you, how does it affect the business, like the family day-to-day business and everything?
So
with Corey being going 90 miles an hour, I mean, I can only imagine.
Corey, up until 2024, was a man who would work 16-hour days and loved what he did. And I used to joke with him, because our house and our shop are joined, that literally all I'd have to do is put a cot in a coffee machine and he'd be set. He wouldn't even need to come in. Yeah. But we have been so blessed with the clients that we have, and they've been so understanding. We were supposed to be going to the Triple Crown of Rotting this year in September, which is a big show for us. It's one of the big shows that we do every year, or the last 4 years, excuse me. But our clients have been so understanding and so patient. And
isn't it wild where you're like so intimidated to be like, hey, by the way, and they're like, oh, it's okay, we'll catch you on the next one.
Well, and we have clients from all over the country. Yeah. So we've got a car from Nevada in the shop right now, and we've got a car that wants to come in from New York. And so Corey's waiting list, you know, you give these people a time frame of where we're at, and you know, we do a build each year, a year and a half, and they're just like, you know what, it's okay. Yeah. His health is important, and when he's up and running, we'll get back to it. And you just
always quality over quantity at the end of the day. And if you give people quality work, they will wait for you.
Yes, they will. And it's definitely been hard for him, because even when he doesn't feel good, he wants to be in the shop. Oh, and you know, our son is 5 and he just started kindergarten.
God bless it.
And he's homeschooled. Yeah. So he thinks that, you know, he's 5 and learning wrenches and hanging out in the shop with
Dad. He should. As he should.
Absolutely. So when I left this morning, he was playing in the garden. But you know, as far as our company, you know, it's just God just continues to show up. Yeah. And it's truly amazing, because you think, oh man, you know, you've got to do all this. And you know, in May or June, we had TCAT of McMinnville out.
Oh yes, you were telling me about this. This is real neat.
And Corey had his first job at like 12. And so it's always in our industry, what we do is unfortunately a dying trade. Yeah. So we try to pass all that on to the next generation.
That's correct.
And about 3 times a year, we do a metal shaping class, and we have people come from all over the country to learn what that looks like and how techniques. Yes. And the craftsmanship. And so he has a class in October that I'm getting ready to unfortunately tell the people, you know, we might have to move it to November, or for the foreseeable future. But we had TCAT of McMinnville out, and they spent the whole day with us, and Randy England was there.
Such a great guy.
Absolutely. And it's just, we love giving back to the community. And I say that being a blessing to others is our purpose, but being on the other end of that is such a privilege to really see people rally. And We do have an amazing church family. We go to the Oasis on Main Street.
I hear so many great things.
I love them. You know, we started there when Knox was 6 months old, and the people in that church have shown up. You know, there's always people in life that say, "Oh, I'll be there if you need anything. You know, call me if you need anything." And then when you go to make that call,
I'm going to pray for you.
They're busy or something.
Yeah.
And that's, I think, where God has really showed us, okay, I'm going to, you know, people are in our life for a blessing or a blessing. And we've been really able to see that blessing in Warren County. And I'm so thankful for that.
I love that so much. And I know talking with you, you hesitated at first, like, at the end of the day, even including myself, because I go 90 miles an hour. I hesitate to ask people for help. And so right now you need help. You need some more support, correct?
Yeah. So
tell everybody what kind of help you are needing for now. Because I know people want to know Corey's story, the journey, and all that to keep them posted.
So because this journey of ours is unending and we don't know what that end looks like or the time frame that we're gone and what that looks like. We're asking for the community's help. You know, and I know that a lot of people say, "Oh man, there's another family moving in from out of town," but we're here because we love the way of life here. And
that's like you're gratified in. You've been gratified.
Yes. And so we love this way of life. And we will be gone for a while. And what that looks like is, as a wife and someone who's behind the scenes of the company, that requires me to put my pride aside.
You got
and ask for the community's help. Corey has an aunt and uncle who live in Alabama, and they are wonderful, God-loving people. And she contacted us on Friday. Corey's aunt did, and she said, "I set you up a GoFundMe." And she said, "So you're just gonna let these people pray for you, and if they feel led to lead and offer financial assistance, then that's something you're just going to be thankful for." And we have had such an outpouring from that. And I'm so thankful because that helps us be able to have a place to stay for Corey's medical needs along the way and on the way home, and for what that looks like on the home front while we're gone, or when we come home.
Front,
the current home front of what that looks like, and when we get home, and navigating all of that. So, up front and foremost, I just ask for the community's prayers above all else, because that is so powerful. And then, you know, if they feel led, there are ways that we have, if they feel that way, to financially help us, there's ways to do that. And
I love that. And, you know, again, we'll put the links and everything up, and we're also going to do a little story so y'all can, and then keep us, before I forget to mention this, please keep us posted about his journey so we can keep like refreshing everybody, staying up to date. I know some people create like a Facebook page or a social media site to go to. Are you thinking about doing that to kind of be like the one hub? Or did I just put that in your head?
You just put that in my head.
I just saw your eyes.
We have the GoFundMe that I will be giving Corey's aunts updates, you know, along the journey and pictures along the way, because, you know, Knox is 5 and we want to try to make this the best trip for him. You know, Corey and
smooth transition and fun.
Well, and Corey and I have done this trip quite a bit back and forth to California before Knox was born. Even when he was little, we did it. But, you know, at that stage in our life, you could drive 10, 11 hours a day and, you know, take it as it is. But, you know, I want Knox to be able to have these memories with both of us. And so that's something I may have to do.
I think it would be a great idea.
A lot of people in the community that want updates. So that just might be an easy way. Thanks,
and
Kelly.
then you can create a reminder app, on the reminder app, a text group if you want to do one big group text message. Just saying.
Oh.
It's very handy. I'll help you out. Anything you need.
Sounds great. Yeah.
And then, of course, my last question for you: what would you like to say? Because you kind of said it, but you know, in a nutshell, what would you like to say directly to everyone who has either prayed, donated, shared y'all's event, or shared your information and just supported your family throughout this in some way. What would you like to say to them?
I mean, up front and foremost, just thank you. I mean, Warren County has truly showed up for our family in so many ways, and I can't even begin to share what that looks like. But above all else, just thank you. I mean, genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you on behalf of our son who, is navigating this at 5 and
loving life right now, probably.
Yeah. And it's, when we were going through every hospital here in Tennessee, he was like, Mama, we haven't been to this one yet. And I was like, oh, no. Nope, we sure haven't.
He just thinks we're on vacation traveling. I love
that. Just thank you. Thank you for the prayers, the support, the phone calls, the text messages. Thank you for showing up for our business, our family. I mean, I can't even thank you genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. And for those that will start being a part of our journey in our life, I just, I
love it. I love it. Well, I want to say thank you, Jordan,
thank you
for coming.
Having me in this.
I know.
I might have to take this home. Show Mr.
Corey. Right. I think he orders some of these hats actually been shipped from New York. He told me. I don't know which ones. I don't know. You might have grabbed the one. But I want to thank you for coming on the show this morning and sharing your stories with us. But before I go, as always, I always do something different and throw in. But since you are here, normally we just add you to the prayer list, which we will. But I want to do a prayer for you guys.
Thank you.
So, and again, guys, if y'all want any information about Corey's journey and stuff, is there an email, or I didn't even think about asking about that?
Yeah, Corey has his email, which is Corey Gray, KORGY.
Okay.
Corey Gray 1361 at SBC Global. That's his email. Or I will give you my phone number so that way we can put that out. And calls, text messages, prayers, behind the scenes, up front. We're just thankful for all of it. Yeah. And we just can't express how much gratitude we have for this community. And I can't wait for Corey to get healthy so we can start giving back to the community and be on that other side and start doing more. We're actually getting ready to, once Corey heals up, we're actually getting ready to work with Warren County High School. We're going to start doing some stuff with them on behalf of the business and the kids involved. So
I could just see Warren County is starting to gravitate. We've got the robotics, we got the TCAT, or a lot of these homeschools and public schools and private schools are inviting people like you guys to show these hands-on traits or trades that, it's a dying thing. I hate to say it's dying. I don't feel like it is anymore. I feel like it's coming back. It's making a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. Yeah. But, but I really do feel like this is going to be awesome. And I can't wait to see what your family contributes to the Warren County community.
Yeah. We've got a lot in stores. So we get through this and then we can just do more.
All right. Let's do a quick prayer while she's with us, and then we'll take a quick break after that. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you this morning lifting up Corey, Jordan, and Knox. Lord, we ask that you surround this family with peace, strength, and comfort in the days ahead as they prepare to make a long journey to California. We ask that you watch over them for every mile away they go with safe travels. We pray that Corey's doctors, surgeons, nurses, and every person who is involved in his care give them the wisdom, steady hands, and the clear direction as they make the decision about the treatment and the surgery. Lord, we pray for a successful procedure and surgery, for the healing in Corey's body, for his strength throughout his recovery. When there are moments of fear and uncertainty, remind this family that they are not walking in this road alone. Give Jordan strength as she stands beside her husband and she cares for their family. Watch over Knox and give him peace and comfort through all the changes ahead. And Lord, thank you for this community and for every person who has prayed, donated, shared their story, offered encouragement, or reached out to help. And I want you to continue to surround the Gray family with love and support. And we place the Corey's journey into your hands, trusting you each and every way in this step. And in Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Well, guys, again, thank you, Jordan, for coming on the show. We will share if you want information, please, DM us. We will send it out to you. And again, be looking for that story next week as we publish that as well. But we are going to take a quick commercial break from our sponsors. Remember, Warren First, you can either be a blessing or a curse. Here at Warren First, we choose to be a blessing. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Getting the right life insurance and Medicare supplements can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. From birth to senior, Kim Hillis with Guided Senior Solutions can also help you with cancer and heart attack policies, refundable premium, and final expense coverage that fits your needs. Local help, personal guidance, peace of mind. Call Kim Hillis today at 931-247-2172 or visit guidedsenior-solutions.com.
Looking for the best selection, great prices, and hometown service? Make your next stop Worldwide Liquors in McMinnville. Whether you're planning a backyard barbecue, celebrating a special occasion, or simply picking up your favorite drink, Worldwide Liquors has everything you need, all in one convenient location. Friendly service, competitive prices, and an incredible selection make Worldwide Liquors Warren County's destination for beer, wine, and spirits. Stop by Worldwide Liquors today, conveniently located in McMinnville. Great selection, great prices, great service. Every visit. When life presents unexpected challenges, you need an advocate you can trust. At Caldwell Law PLLC, we're committed to providing personalized legal representation with integrity, compassion, and dedication. We take the time to listen, protect your rights, and fight for the outcome you deserve. Contact Caldwell Law PLLC today and let us stand with you.
Ready to bring your ideas to life? Welcome to Layer Lab 3D, McMinnville's home for everything 3D printing. Shop the latest FlashForge 3D printers, premium filament, resin, and accessories all under one roof. Need something custom? We create one-of-a-kind 3D prints, offer expert printer repairs, and help makers of every skill level. Whether you're a hobbyist, business, teacher, or inventor, Layer Lab 3D has the tools and expertise to turn your imagination into reality. Visit us inside 3-Star Mall, 1410 Sparta Street in McMinnville. Open Monday through Saturday, noon to 6. Call 931-743-7093 or shop online at layerlab3d.store. Layer Lab 3D. Print, create, innovate.
Finding the right home is more than just a transaction. It's the beginning of your next chapter. At the Wingate Group LLC, we're committed to helping families, first-time home buyers, investors, and sellers achieve their real estate goals with confidence. Whether you're searching for your dream home, selling your current property, or investing in land or commercial real estate, our experienced team is here to guide you every step of the way. Located in the heart of downtown McMinnville, the Wingate Group is built on integrity, professionalism, and exceptional customer service. We believe every client deserves personal attention and expert guidance from start to finish. Ready to make your next move? Contact the Wingate Group LLC today at 931-474-2500 or visit thewingategroupllc.com.
Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We want to say thanks again for Jordan Gray for coming in and talking with us and telling us about her journey, because that's not the easiest thing to do, you know, and that's also too why I love Warren County, and I feel like I'm an amazing product of Warren County, because that is what we want out of town people to feel like, that want to move here. We talk about growing and getting bigger. This is how it's going to be. This is how it can be accomplished. But as we get back into the swing of things, of course, we've got to talk about what happened in Viola this past weekend, because the Middle Tennessee Pullers Association brought some serious horsepower to town. I don't know if you got to see it or not, but if you did live near it, around it, or in it, That's why they call it Rumble in the Valley. There's no joke about that. So the results are in. And again, we saw this post on the Middle Tennessee Poolers Association from Saturday night's tractor pull. So, but really what caught our attention were some of the local competitors. So a shout out to Morson's own Nick Harrell had a huge night, taking the top spot in the LLS tractor class with, it was called the Grain Train, and a pull of 355.07 feet. We also saw competitors representing from McMinnville, Morrison, and Avila across several different classes. So congratulations to our local pullers and to everyone involved in putting together such a great night at the Truck and Tractor Pull in Viola. And again, I want to hear from you guys this morning. You know, when you're at, where were you first and foremost at the tractor pull Saturday night? Who were you cheering for? And what was your favorite pull of the night? Was it that Nick Harrell guy? I would love to know. We did get a lot of pictures sent in from our very own Sydney Allen Batten. They were there. I absolutely loved it. We actually shared some of those pictures in this week's Local Voice newspaper. If you want to get your edition, we actually have some here at Zora's Tea Room and Cafe. So in the comments over here, over there, boop, boop, drop in your comment and we'll read some at the top of the hour here in just a few minutes. Again, going through this, going to the next thing, I also want to talk about our breaking news segment, which is being sponsored by Worldwide Liquors. With that said, Monday afternoon, the Warren County, this is your Warren County, this is breaking news for Warren County. And we got the story. I had several people call me. Shout out to everybody that called. Shout out to Elizabeth and everything. But then I called Lisa Hobbs, which, by the way, she's with the Warren County Way. She was already there. All right. And so I was communicating with her. So all this information I got from her, as well as if you want to read the entirety of that article, you can go to thewarrencountyway.com, click on news, and I think it's still there at the top of the page because that has been the most breaking news for the week so far. But emergency crews responded to a four-wheeler crash on Stone Man Road in the Harrison Ferry Mountain area. According to the information received following the crash, a woman involved called the Warren County 911 at approximately 12:15 Monday afternoon. She told the dispatchers she was just off the roadway near 1448 Stone Man Road. She reportedly told dispatchers she could hear the man who was with her but couldn't see him. She also told dispatchers she believed that her back was broken. So when emergency crews initially had difficulty locating the victim because responders were directed toward the wrong gravel road. At one point, the dispatch told officers to turn around after realizing someone had just passed a woman and the responders were in the wrong location. So once the crew finally located them, the four-wheeler was discovered approximately, get this guys, 50 feet down that hillside. First and foremost, I could only imagine. This is reasons why when I am on a four-wheeler or a vehicle myself, I hold my breath when I pass that stuff because I even get intimidated with that. The woman was brought out first, but additionally, personnel and equipment were needed to reach the man because of that 50-foot drop. The landing zone was established at Joyce's Market's location. Both lanes in the area were shut down during this emergency time. To the point, guys, I heard that cars were backed up, I think, almost a mile or more back because you couldn't get through or get out. 2 life force helicopters responded, one after the other, after both victims were initially transported by the ambulance. Traffic was backed up for, like I said, at least a mile or two. Family members have identified the 2 people involved in the crash, Christina White and Ben Sadland. Now, we're continuing to follow the story and continuing talking with Lisa Hobbs with the Warren County Way to bring you guys additional verified information at this point. But again, our thoughts and prayers are both with the individuals and their families. And we currently want to recognize all the emergency personnel that involved in what was clearly, I haven't seen or we in Warren County, we have not had something this severe in quite some time with that. I want to say in maybe a couple of years or two. But thank you to our breaking news sponsors, to Worldwide Liquors. Going back to our weather forecasts, as I'm getting here now, trying to get back we got this. Right now in Warren County, and thanks to our community sponsors, which is Reddick Brown Ford, it is 76 degrees in McMinnville. Today's high is 86. Tonight's low is 60. Sunny conditions are expected around here in just a few minutes, 10 o'clock, with the wind gust miles up to 5 miles per hour. Now, looking ahead, Thursday, Friday, we're seeing anything from a 50 to 65% chance of some showers and thunderstorms. So hopefully, just like yesterday, we even thought today we were going to see some thunderstorms and showers, but luckily that is pushing off because tonight is a big game for our Warren County middle schoolers. And I apologize, I thought I had that information from me. Rudy, do we know if it's away or home? It's a home game tonight. Kickoff is at 6:30. So we're playing the Tullahoma. Come one, come all. Again, I was at the first home game, which was last Tuesday. And I just want to tell you guys, these are the kids that are going to be next in line for high school football. Wouldn't you want to show up for them now and get them pumped and get them excited? I mean, come on. And if we show that we care about our football team, our football players, our coaches, as well as we line up and we are so packed on middle school nights as well as high school nights, wouldn't it be great to like get a chunk of money and just fix what we already have? Like, I don't know. I know the track needs a little work. I'm not a football, connoisseur when it comes to football fields, but it would be pretty neat. And I will say this, I am all about nostalgia and keeping, if it's not broke, don't fix it. To my knowledge, which I need to look this up again, we are one of the very, very few last naturally dome homemade stadiums. Okay. Most stadiums now are being built like, the Civic Center, high tech. And I'm not against all the high tech stuff, but we could have that. Just, can we still keep the dome somehow and not hurt it? That's just me. That's my vote. I know it's a sticky subject with some folks. Like, should we keep it as is or should we tear it down? But I really do believe that there's something about that stadium we should keep it like it is to some point. I do believe. But again, thanks again to Reddick Brown Ford for being our community weather sponsors. I appreciate them so much. Now, going on to people are asking me about November elections. Well, as you know, as we're switching gears, we're going to just talk a little bit about local election news right now. So, because we want to keep you up to date and we want to keep you informed and we want to keep this transparent, guys. So, according to, let's see, and I got a lot of this too from Lisa Hobbs as well as from the Warren County. We got the race is shaping up in McMinnville. There's 5 individuals that are seeking 3 seats on the board of mayor and alderman. Now, according to the administrator of elections, Susie Davenport, Kimberly Cantrell made the deadline to qualify. Okay. She joins the incumbents Dietrich Dunlap and Carrie Morton, along with Sean Logsden and Emily Stefanik on the ballot. So you got Kimberly Cantrell, you got Dietrich Dunlap, Carrie Morton, you got Sean Logsden, and Emily Stefanik. 5 people are going to be on this ballot for the upcoming board of mayor and alderman. So again, with that being said, and again, the deadline was last week to be qualified for the ballot. And this is what is going to be on the ballot for this coming year. Now, over in the Morrison area, things are looking a little different. Donald Miller has qualified for mayor, while Jenny Miller has qualified for the alderman seat. Both are running unopposed. So again, I don't want to say it, but I'm going to. Congratulations, since you're unopposed, you've won. But also, too, just a little heads up, there was one open alderman seat that did not get filled. So I'm wondering, in the next incumbent of the election, is that seat going to be filled? It might. And there are several important election dates that I want to keep y'all in mind. So if you have not put this into your calendar yet, you definitely need to. The withdrawal deadline for candidates who want their names removed from the ballot is this Thursday, August the 27th. So you have, today is Tuesday, you have today, tomorrow, and Thursday by noon, to withdraw. For voters, which is what I'm talking about, voter registration deadline, if you want to vote in this upcoming election, October the 5th, which is on a Monday, that is your date to get your voter's card in. Early voting begins Wednesday, October the 14th and continues through October the 29th. And if you're planning to vote with an absentee ballot request deadline is going to be Saturday, October the 24th. So, and making sure I've been told that. Okay. I'll go to that comment in just a second, Miss Sydney. And then finally, again, election day is Tuesday, November the 3rd. So again, these calendar dates need to be mark these dates for your calendar. October the 5th is registration deadline for voters. October 14th through the 29th is early voting. Absentee ballot request deadline is on the 24th. And November the 3rd is elections day. So again, when we come back, we have more things to tell. At the top of the hour, we're at the 10 o'clock slot. We're going to take another quick break from our commercial sponsors, guys. And again, if you have any comments about the tractor pull and things that we've been talking about on the show, or if you have any questions about, information about Jordan and Corey's journey, please message us. And remember, Warren County, keep it first.
Getting the right life insurance and Medicare supplements can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. From birth to senior, Kim Hillis with Guided Senior Solutions can also help you with cancer and heart attack policies, refundable premium, and final expense coverage that fits your needs. Local health
All right, welcome back. My commercials are being butt heads. So, welcome back, Warren County. I am your host of Warren First 931, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Zora's Tea Room and Cafe. Is there a special tea of the month while I have you with me? Yes. The porch sipping pecan. Ooh. So right now we're on the porch sipping pecan for August, but next month, because fall is upon us, it might be something related to a little pumpkin spice to spice up your life. If you like, Spice Girls, it's a great song. You should look into it. Speaking of, we need to do a big shout out right now to today, especially over the weekend on Sunday. It was a 2-day golf tournament at the McMinnville Country Club. And, I was wondering if we were going to have a two-peat with Jamie Stinson. I'm going to ask him what his score is. I'm going to see him tomorrow. But last year, Jamie Stinson won for 2025. But this year, the McMinnville Country Club championship winner goes to none other than, where'd he go? John Wilson. He has done it again. Now, Wilson, by the way, is a 4-time champion. He battled his way back from a four shots behind heading into Sunday and putting together a strong final round to take home at the country club's championship title. He fired a 2-over 74 on Sunday, finishing the weekend at 9-over and edged out 3 times a championship Zach Molly, I guess at Malay, by 3 strokes. So Malloy, mate. Sorry, we'll get it eventually. But the turning point came on the 9th hole, where Wilson hit a clutch 4-iron from about 230 yards out and landed it on the green in 2, and sank a 10-foot eagle putt to kick start his comeback. Despite some late pressure, Wilson held on down to stretch to secure his 4th title since 2019. And again, this story is courtesy of sports writer himself, Mr. Jeff Simmons. Don't forget, today is Tuesday, and Simmons says is coming on, I think, at 10. Is that right? Or 11? 10:30. 10:30. Now, so congratulations to John Wilson on another McMinnville Country Club championship victory. So we do want to say kudos to him, and skipping that thing right there. We want to go to our friendly comments, starting off with the section at the top. Thanks again to Miss Tina from Our Coffee talking about, the Gray family. We do appreciate it. We also want to do a shout out to Miss Keely Caldwell, as we know that school at Montlow has started back for some. So good morning to her. I hope she had a great first successful day. Shout out to Sydney Allen Batten, our business manager, operator, functions of all things here. Thank you for shouting out this morning to us. We hope you're enjoying your day and staying classy. Good morning to John Ward with Layer Lab 3D. Again, guys, they have everything you need for 3D printers and more. Also, if you have a custom stickers, vinyl, they do all that as well. Shout out to Cody Jones. He said, hello, friends. Good morning. Hope everyone has a blessed day. Warren first. Yes. And then Sydney goes, I've been told that the last hook was that means she's talking about the tractor pull, because I was asking about tractor pull comments. She said the last tractor pull was hooked on at 2:18 a.m. She said 3 generations competed. To the youngest of the generations was only 13 years old. The youngest age I heard to pull was 10. People showed up from out of state too. The faster everyone got, the harder it was to take pictures from where I was standing. But it was so much fun, and it was a huge turnout. Thank you, Sydney, for sending those comments to us. Guys, again, we have covered a lot this morning, and I want to take a few moments to check in with everybody. So thank you for all the comments. We asked earlier what you thought about the tractor pull. So thank you, Cindy, for those comments. And again, thank you to everyone who joined us in our conversations with Corey and stuff. And I know that we've seen a lot, we've talked about a lot, but again, we're going to take one more commercial break if it will play. I'm hoping for it. We had to switch the Wi-Fi, and it should be successfully over now. So go to commercial 2, Miss Rudy. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to jump in one more time to talk about the weather forecast, and then jumping right into our community calendar and then some. But remember, Warren County, keep it first. Okay. It's what I do for a living. Okay, now it's not working completely, even the ones we have preloaded. It is what it is. I move on. All right. Welcome back, Warren First 931. I'm your host of the show, Kelly Walker Slaughter. We are live at Zora's Tea Room and Cafe. Don't forget that Zora's is actually, is it 10:30 y'all open up? Yep. Yeah, they open up at 10:30. You can call in, like the phone calls are coming in now, and you can reserve yourself a table. And don't forget, when you come in and you eat here, you can actually wear a fancy hat while you eat. You just got to remember to put it back. And they still have everything set up just exactly like when they did the Bridgerton theme with the hanging of the florals from the chandelier, all of it. It's so elegant and so nicely put. I think if Miss Zora was here today, she would be so happy what Jeff has done in honor of her name, honestly. But real quickly, let's do this right fast. Reddick Brown Ford is our community weather sponsors. Currently in downtown McMinnville, it is now 78 degrees. The high is 86. Tonight's low is 60. We do see some wind picking up a little bit, but I don't think it's going to be bad enough where we're going to have bad. But tonight's weather forecast specifically for the football game, it looks like it's going to be a good one. So it's been very hot and humid, and I have not, I'll be honest, guys, being 42, going through premenopausal, it is not the funnest when the weather's like this with the hot and humidity stuff. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And then, of course, with our commercials not, we're just going to go right into our community calendar right now, guys. So with that being said, our community calendar is being brought to you by Sonic Drive-In of McMinnville. Today is August the 25th. And with that said, tonight, even though with the football game going on at 7 o'clock, they're going to be doing a prayer at the fountain at 7 p.m. Also happening at the Magnus Library. They have several events going on. They got chair yoga at 10, which just happened a few minutes ago. Tutoring with Mackenzie at 1:30. tutoring with Victoria at 3:30. And this is all at the Magnus Library. Now, they're doing tutoring classes for a little bit of everything. They're doing German classes, which I think is super neat and cool. They're also, I don't know if they found the tutor yet to help with algebra. It was like something to do with college tutoring because somebody said they needed help with that. But if you are interested in ever doing tutoring type like classes, call Kim and Mary at the Magnus Library and say, hey, does anybody need help with this, that, and the other? Going on Wednesday, August the 26th, story time for all ages at 10, ages 4 to 8 is at 11, any age at 1 p.m., again at the Magnus Library. Survey time showdown at Smooth Rapids at 7. Every Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we always talk about the Collective Heart of Beautiful Souls Wellness Walk at the 3-Star Mall at 10. Free food giveaway. They're going to give subs, chips, pasta salad, and sweets. And it's all going to be held at the Arbor Church on Sparta Street, right actually close to where we're at right now. And that's going to kick off tomorrow from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. On Thursday, again, more story time at the Magnus Library. Jay's Restaurant is doing a kickoff fundraiser starting this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They are doing a special deal on their special meal that includes a hamburger, fries, and a drink. And all the money raised from that meal alone is going to go towards the kids of the community to help them enjoy the fair this year. Because I think they said, the post said for kids of the community, it costs $50 per child to attend the fair. And they have on their socials, they have it where if the body's whited out, that means that they're still needing to fill that spot. So think about it. If I decided to do 3 kids, that's $150. Or if you just donate $100, it's 2 kids. The more you donate, the more you're going to help out these children. Also going on Thursday, of course, is Trivia Night at Smooth Rapids at 7. The Refuge Recovery Meeting at Freedom Life Church. Meal starts at 6. Childcare and transportation provided. And our good friend Ray Bishop with Boost Brands with a Z is doing the ribbon cutting at the Chamber of Commerce in the community room at 11:30. We will definitely be there on Thursday for that. Teen Support Group meeting at Smart Assembly of God at 4. Living Free Group Bible Study is going to be at the Three Rivers Baptist Church. And we talked about this earlier on our election coverage stuff. The withdrawal deadline for the state and federal general election is 12 o'clock on Thursday. That is noon on Thursday. Starting on the 28th on Friday, it kicks off the Matilda Junior play presented by Warren Arts at the Park Theater at 7 p.m. Tutoring with Mackenzie is back on Friday. Chair yoga, tutoring Victoria as well on Friday at the Magnus Library. Let's see, the Warren County Prevention and Intervention Coalition meeting is at 11 a.m. at the Chair Mental Health. We actually got invited to go to the last one. They always do it, I think it's the last, it's either the 3rd or 4th Thursday or Friday, of the month, or it's the last Friday of the month that Chair has them. Vinyl night is going to be at the Well at Tree City from 4 p.m. to 12 midnight. The Middle Tennessee MTNA golf tournament will be held at the McMinnville Country Club. If you are interested in seeing the full moon on Friday night, they're doing a kayak float at the Old Stone Fort State Park in Manchester. You meet at the boat ramp. You float the river with illuminated glow sticks, which is provided for. It is $25 per person, and they're asking for anybody that are ages 10 and up. Canoe and equipment will be provided. On Saturday, Matilda Jane comes back once again at the 3-Star Mall. This happens every Saturday at 2 o'clock. Is the Pokemon Casual Gaming at the local game store with gear in them. Jay's Restaurant is the final day for the Kids of the Community fundraiser. Also on that Saturday, it's called Socks for Souls. And this is with the Warren County 4-H presents the All Chevy and GMC Truck Show. It's going to be located at the Warren County UCHRA van lot. All donations will go to purchase new socks for those in need. You do not realize, and this event is from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., you do not realize how badly we don't realize what we need until it's gone. And now I will be honest, I'm not a socks wearer. I don't own a pair of socks. It's crazy, I know. But I have eczema on my feet. That's why a little short story about that. And I rather, when it's hot or cold, my feet react in different ways. And it's just better to have my feet in the open in the elements. But again, all the money that's going to be raised for that day is going to go to buying socks for people. Let's see. Also going on that day, a costume carnival yard sale at Willow Branch at 415 Pay Street from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. The funeral benefit for Richard Lewis, it's going to be at the Dallas Civic Center. The food will be provided for starting at 10 a.m. and auction at 5. A s'mores festival will be held out in Cookeville. Nashville Foodie Land Festival is going to be held in Nashville Speedway. There's going to be a car show at Roxy's Restaurant in Woodbury. Red Apple Days, a t-shirt sale is going to be held at the Auburn Town Community Center from 12 to 4. There's going to be a 3rd annual 9/11 Patriots Day tournament at Willowbrook Golf Tournament here in Manchester, just right up the road from us, guys. Benefit for Tabitha Denny is going to be at the Burritt College building at 3:30 p.m. And that's just for this week. Now, we cover Warren County. We cover Cannon County. We cover White, Coffee, Rutherford when it comes to community calendar events. If you guys want to get on our community calendar, it's simple. It's easy. You can either Facebook us at Warren First 931 or Cannon First 615. You can also email us at warrenfirst931@gmail.com. You can either email us because you want us to add your event, or if you want to be able to view this event, the events going on, you can do that as well. Cannon1st615@gmail.com, or give me a call at 931-369-3050 or text messages as well. Miss Tina, before I forget to mention you, thank you for chiming in on the kids of the community. She said we donated, but I think there are so many spots open still. There is. I'll actually, while we're talking about it, let me go to my Facebook page right now and I can look it up. Let's see. Kids of the community. All right, here it is. I'm going to show y'all. They've been sharing it. Yep. So here is an update. I'm going to share this with you guys and then read the post on top of that. All right, so here you go. Y'all should be able to see it. Right, boom, boom. Okay, there. I'd rather y'all see it bigger than smaller. So update. This is as of 2 hours ago, okay? We still have 101 kids that are needing to be sponsored. Each child will receive an armband for rides, which is $25. Lunch with cotton candy is $15, and money for games is $15. That is a total of $55 for each child. You can sponsor one or more kids or give any amount you are able to. We will update this sheet by coloring in the people as each child gets fully sponsored. All donations are tax deductible and can be made through Venmo at Kids of the Community by cash or by check. Or you can mailing address is 681 Cadillac Lane, McMinnville, Tennessee. Thank you and God bless. So, as I do in real time, because if I don't do this now, I'm going to forget about it. So watch me do this now. So it's $55 per child. And they said it's at, I got to go back to the post, Kids of the Community. I love this Venmo now. Let me see. Kids of the Community. I hope I get the right one. Yep, there's their picture, it looks like. Is it under? There's two of them. Okay, yeah, that's exactly how it looks. Thank you for whoever typed that in to make sure that it looked exactly like it needed to be. So, what is it? 55 plus 55 is like what? 110? Is that right in my head? Yeah. Okay. So, right here. Kids for the fair. Two of them. That's easy, guys. You can Venmo it. There it goes. Boom. Two more kids. It's not hard, guys. And as much money as we spend on, I literally just bought, we just bought this last week, the mega passes, which are, this does not include tax, is $140, I believe it was. And again, I mean, that mega pass, it's a no brainer. But you're thinking they only are asking you guys for $55 per child. 55. And I know that school has started. Oh, there's Corey or Jordan. Thank you. And look, there's Corey and Jordan sharing. I know, like right now, there's a lot of people in need for things. But that's what I love about our community. When there's people that are in need of stuff, or, you know, we come together, even if it's $1. I say this all the time. There's over close to 60,000 or more people in our population. If every month I decided, okay, this month Kids of the Community is getting $4 from me because there's 4 people in my family. If we all had that mindset, one organization, like say the month of September goes to the Kids of the Community, right? Well, that organization for that month gets anything from 40 to 60K. Then in October, let's say we move to Families in Crisis. I donate another $4. Could you imagine how many organizations we can help? Currently, right now, I believe there is, because I've done the math on this and now I've forgotten it. We have over or up to 200 nonprofits in Warren County. Okay. Now, I do believe that some of our nonprofits could combine and conquer, as I say. But I understand, you know, different things, different situations. But if we could just donate a couple of bucks a month and share that wealth amongst everybody, we could be thriving so well. But with that being said, as we're wrapping it up here, I want to say before we let you go, a quick recap of this morning of today's show. We started today's show off with a very special conversation with Jordan Gray. She is the wife of Corey, as that family prepares for their medical journey to go to UCLA. Again, we hope that they have a great trip. And just like we said in the prayer, that God just puts everybody where they need to be in their place. And we also want to lift up their 5-year-old Knox. You know, it is not easy, like balancing all this that is going on top of with a 5-year-old kid. But it is what it is. We got to make a move. We also talked about Viola Valley's Truck and Tractable Saturday night. And then we also talked about, of course, if you're just now tuning in with us, the 4-wheeler crash that happened on Stoneman Road. We also looked at candidates seeking office in November for McMinnville and the Morrison area. And remember, voter registration closes on October the 5th. Early voting runs on October the 14th through the 29th. And election day is November the 3rd. Okay. And we also congratulated John Wilson on another McMinnville Country Club championship. But we want to say thanks to everyone who joined us in this morning. We want to shout out to Rudy for coming and just putting the time in and learning a new craft this morning. Shout out to her. Are they, before I forget to mention this, did I hear it right last night that Warren County Sports Authority will be there tonight? Okay. And is it going to be Jeff, Trev, and Coach again? I think it's just going to be Jeff and Chris tonight. Coach Solon's coming back. You know, I want to say, one thing I have really loved and learned about Chris Sullins is he is not opposed to try something once or learn something new. Because last night, if y'all did not watch the volleyball coverage in Coffee County, yes, they might not have got some terminologies right off the bat, but they're trying. And you know, one thing I also want to say, because I made that comment last night, is just like here at Warren First 931, when we cover, because I love going to the wrestling games. Just like us, just like them, we are trying to shine light on sports that have not got credit where credit is due. We have a phenomenal wrestling team. We have a phenomenal volleyball team. We have phenomenal teams across the board. And that also includes the cheer teams, the dance teams, across the board. Swim team. I was trying to think of all the other ones that don't get it. Flag football, track and field, that don't get a lot of light shined on them for whatever reason. But here at Warren First, the Warren County Way, the Sports Authority, Studio 605, whoever I've not mentioned at this point, I'm telling you, if you are doing right bowling, thank you, Rethra. Yes, I forgot about the bowling team, the fishing team. Now it's all coming back to me. The anglers, the archery. There's so much. There's so many sports teams. It's ungodly. But at the same time, you do what you can, right? But I want to tell you guys, if there is something that myself or Coach and Simmons them can't cover, reach out to us and say, hey, this happened. I want you guys to be aware. I know y'all are busy, but this happened tonight. So we can talk about it, shining the light on the sports teams that don't get a lot. Oh, what do you need to do? Okay, I got you. I got you. No, girl, interrupt me. I'm just here. There you go. I totally forgot to plug that in this morning. It is what it is. Did I forget anything else? Anybody? We want to thank our sponsors, Reddick Brown Ford, for being our community weather sponsors. We want to thank Worldwide Liquors for being our breaking news. Sonic Drive-In of McMinnville for sponsoring the community calendar. I want to say a shout out to Rudy for being here with us once again after a late night coming home. Again, we don't do this for the money. We do this for the community at the end of the day. I want to stress that because everybody's like, how much do you make? I said, nothing. I had my business manager popping in for lunch over here, and she's like, nothing. But again, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your day. Guys, that is a wrap for us here at Warren First 931. Remember, you can either be a blessing or a curse, but we here at Warren First, we choose to be a blessing. And remember, Warren County,